Fox and Friends.
Hello! We have missed you all so very much.
Dude,
It's been a long 2
2
weeks. But I will say, this week was a good week. Steph and I got to go see Belle Biv DeVoe this week, which was kind of fucking epic.
it
Not
was
gonna lie.
pretty fucking awesome.
It was pretty goddamn epic. So,
yes.
I would say all in all, it's been a pretty fucking good week.
Yeah, it was pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've had our ups and downs, just like everybody has every week. But that was a highlight.
It hasn't been a fantastic week, but
But it's been good. Overall. Could always be worse, honey. Could always be worse. Keep that positive mentality. Could always be worse.
Positive vibes. Spirit
All day.
fingers.
Spirit fingers. I love it.
Yes, spirit fingers. Yes.
So we hope y'all missed us because we missed y'all.
We missed the fuck out of you guys.
You know, 2 weeks is a long time to
it's
go.
a long fucking time, guys.
Yeah. I feel like there's a
lot
part
has
of you
happened in the
missing.
past 2 weeks.
Yeah. I feel like there's a big part of us missing when we don't see you.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that Steph and I have always agreed upon is that we do not put anyone on blast. We don't say people's names.
Right.
So I'm not going to do that, but I will say that Steph and I have a very dear friend that we ask everyone to give their prayers to
Thoughts and
because
prayers too, please. All positive vibes
you know,
coming your way.
we love him and we're just, you know, we're hoping that the situation he's in pulls through, and we ask everyone out there in our shit show
Just
land
send us positive vibes.
positive
for our
vibes
friends.
all day
All day
because he's honestly he's part of the family.
Yeah.
So very much part of the shit show family.
Absolutely.
And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just send positive vibes.
Positive
guys,
vibes, everybody,
prayers
positive
and
vibes.
Positive thoughts, and
Yes.
we appreciate it.
All right.
Moving on.
So, you know what I realized?
What?
We're
Did
not
you
plugged in.
Oh, we got to plug our microphone in.
Okay.
Plug the microphone in.
That might be a little better. Y'all can hear us a little bit better. So,
Yes.
we ready? We
Shall
ready?
just kick this shit
Oh,
right off.
hello, friends. Mama's
Hello,
on.
friend. Hi, Mama.
See, I love the fact that even though she's away.
Hi,
Wait,
sister
wait,
Jessica.
I messed up.
Oh,
Hang on.
hold on.
Hold, please. Where's?
Please excuse our lighting.
There we go.
Flip us back around.
I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. It takes a second.
Flip me, dear.
Can you see it?
There
There
we
it is.
are.
Okay. That was my fault.
Oh, there we
My
are.
fault, y'all.
Technical difficulties.
We got this now, though. We all right.
We here.
Yeah.
We here.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Let's just
we got
cap this
lots
night
of
off
fun topics.
with a bang.
We've been talking a lot the last 2 weeks about all kinds of random sort of shit because that's what we
Yes.
do.
So buckle in, friends. It's gonna be a bumpy night.
But it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fantastic.
All right. So,
So,
go ahead, baby. You take first pick. What do we got?
and we're gonna start the night off, friends, with a great fun fact. And the fun fact is, did you know that the top of the breast is more sensitive than the bottom of the breast?
So when I heard this, I was a little surprised. But then at the same time, when I sat and thought about it, it makes sense.
I could have said the nipple of the whole breast area, but if we're just talking about the breast as a
Right.
whole and excluding the nipple,
Like just top or bottom. It makes
I
sense,
guess.
though. It makes sense because you think about it, like, you know, somebody's like kissing your chest, you feel it, but like then again, I don't know how many times I don't know that I've had somebody like kiss the underside of my boob because let's
well,
face
because
it,
your boobs are gigantic.
they would suffocate.
enormous.
But you know,
Anyway.
true story.
Yeah, I don't
They'd
know.
probably.
I never really
suffocate.
thought about it until we came across this. But yeah, fun fact: top of the
Fun
breast
fact.
is more sensitive than the bottom of the
So
breast.
then you need to tell y'all men to say, like, let's stay focused, or women to stay focused on
the top
upper region.
area, nipple region.
up down to nipple, and then don't even bother with the underneath
Yeah.
because it's pretty insensitive.
No point. Insensitive.
Unsensitive.
Unsensitive.
Well, whatever.
You know what
whatever
we mean.
works. We'll go with it.
You know what we
You
mean.
know what I'm saying? All right. So there's that fun fact. For the day.
Next.
See, we're here to teach you some things, right?
Right.
So
We're gonna learn you.
we're gonna learn you today.
That's right.
All right.
Yes.
Stephanie,
Yes, friend.
have you ever
Have I ever?
gotten a Charlie horse during sex?
Ha! Yes.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Yes. Where?
In my leg.
Oh no, the arch of the foot.
Oh, that's happened before too. Yo, that shit feels like it's
You
supposed to
start,
flip
your
inside out.
toes start to curl, and all of a sudden you go,
And
ah!
it's not the good curl, and it's not the good.
No.
Ah, that shit is painful.
Yes,
You
no.
almost don't want to say anything. You almost want to hang in.
You
as
want
long
to just
as you
kind of
can.
ride it, but then at the same time you're like, yeah, let me fix that real quick and just hope it goes away. Oh, that's a mood killer.
It totally is.
Yeah.
I totally understand it.
Yes.
It's happened to a guy before. Like,
I feel
not
like it
just
could happen
me.
to anybody. And the thing is, generally, when people get Charlie horses, because they're dehydrated, and if you've had a lot of sex, then
That's
that's kind of
true.
inevitable, right?
Hey,
But
call it a pat on the back, if you will.
yeah, if my toes are curling, all of a sudden I'm like, meh, like, oh my god, muscle spasming. I'm gonna go, let me ride it out as far as I can until I go, wait, stop.
Hold on, wait.
The last thing I want to do is be like, stop. But, you know,
Right.
sometimes it
That
just
is
calls
not
for
the
that.
word you want to hear during
Fuck no.
consensuals.
Well, yeah, exactly. Thank you for specifying that, because that's, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you hit stop.
Right.
Regardless, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
yes.
Facts, friends. All right. Next topic
What you got, baby?
is no.
No?
No.
No, we're gonna go back to that.
Next
What do we got?
is the drive for sex the strongest human drive?
Okay, so
Food for thought.
food for thought. So now here's the thing. Science says that the strive
Good old
for
science.
procreation is the strongest human drive.
Facts.
However, I'm going to
However.
battle that
Okay.
because I feel like, to me, the strongest drive is self-preservation, right? Then
Yes.
again, if you are a parent, whether
Child.
you're a mother, father,
Child
but the
comes
strive
first.
for preservation of your child is even stronger than self-preservation. So
Right.
while we are wired to procreate,
Yes.
that's in our DNA to
Yes.
procreate, even though for those that don't want to, it is part of the drive.
It's one of the main reasons why we're here, people.
Amen. So the thing is that, but I'm going to battle it and say that the strive for self-preservation or the preservation of your child would be stronger. So I'm going to battle science on this one.
Okay.
I'm battling science, and I
Yes.
think, and I truly believe that people will probably back that while the drive for procreation and sex is strong,
The guard for my child is stronger.
absolutely,
Don't,
and from my own self.
don't fuck with the mama bear's bear cup.
Thank you, baby.
Okay?
Thank you.
Because I'm fucking gonna come right for you.
absolutely
Right for the throat.
fucking for the jugular.
Absolutely. Like, done.
Done, right?
Fucking done.
Don't fuck with the cubs.
Done.
Done.
Next.
All right, next. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, okay.
What?
Would you be offended if your significant other offered to pay for a cosmetic surgery that you've never talked about, never asked about, never questioned whether you wanted? If all of a sudden, in random conversation, your significant other said, "Hey, I'll pay for you to get a nose job," would you be offended? Like you've
Maybe.
never complained about your nose, you've never but he's just looking at you and he goes, "I'll pay for a nose job for you."
You got a little bump.
You go, "Oh, something wrong with
There's
that."
a hump that we can
I think
just-
I would be, not even maybe, I'd be really fucking offended. If somebody offered and said "Hey, I'll pay for okay,
Okay.
I'll pay for breast reduction surgery." I have never complained about this. It's part of my life, part of my being. Had I complained about it and stuff, that'd be a little different.
Right.
But if you've never said anything and your significant other came up to you and said, "Hey, I'll pay for this cosmetic surgery for you that would change your look in some way," that you have never mentioned, brought up in any way, shape, or form, would you be offended? Because I feel like I would be really fucking offended.
I think I might be a little bit.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like, because it's almost like a way of being like, I don't know.
It's almost being like, that sucks, let me fix it.
Yeah, like that's their way of saying "Hey, I don't like this about you."
Right.
Right?
Let me fix you.
So like Mom said, she's like, "I wonder why we never spoke about it and feel a little insecure." Yeah, I'd start to feel a little insecure. If somebody looked at me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna pay for a nose job for you," I'd be like, what's wrong with my nose?
What's wrong with my nose? Right, exactly.
I like my little nose. Why don't you like my nose? What's wrong with my nose? I'd start to get all up in my feelings, and I'd be really fucking upset.
Okay, well, it's not a personal attack on you, Shannon. You're the one that I even just
I'm giving an
used
example.
the nose as an example.
It was an example.
You have a cute little
I do
nose.
have a cute little nose.
There's nothing wrong with your
No,
nose.
there's nothing. Listen, there's nothing wrong with any of us. Any way, shape, or
Any
form.
of this.
Nothing. It's on point. This is what God gave us. This is what it's supposed to be. So Devin says,
Facts.
"I would wonder why they would want to change something about me." Yeah. Like, what are you unhappy with? And
Right.
honestly, if you're that unhappy with it, why haven't we discussed this, and why are we together? If you're that unhappy looking
Yes.
at me about something, now, again, if I complain
If it's
about
something
it,
that you're unhappy about and that you want to fix, and it's something that you
And then they
generally want
offer.
to do, and they offer to
that's different.
help you achieve that goal, then that's totally different.
That's different. But I feel like in this situation, this would be more of a like, they're pointing something out that
That
they
you
don't
haven't
like,
noticed.
that you don't necessarily have an issue with.
Right.
That's a little fucking different,
Gotcha.
right? Devin goes, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with my nose?
Right.
Like, what's your issue, bro?
Right.
Because I
Doesn't
ain't got an
necessarily
issue
have to
with
be
it.
guy to girl. It could be girl to guy.
Well, true story.
like, yo,
if-
let me get you some pectoral muscle implants. No.
You
How
don't
about
think
we
that
talk
would
about
be
that?
a little bit of like a slap in the face? Like, that would be horrible to say. Like, it'd be one thing if you complained about it, but if somebody's never said anything about it and they're very comfortable in their skin and you're like, let me change something about you, I'll pay for it. That would make me go, whoa,
Back up, bro.
back up. You ain't cutting into this fucking masterpiece. Thank you. I'm just saying.
I
Okay.
can't.
That's that.
Next. Moving on.
Moving on. What do we got?
You ready for this one, guys? I
Whoa.
don't think you're ready.
Oh, what do we got?
Are you ready for this one? All right. What would you do? Whether it's male, female, I don't think this one actually even matters. Let me set the scene.
Okay, set the scene. Set the scene, girl. I
I'll
want
set
to hear
the
it.
scene, okay? Ready?
Yep.
It's the first time that you're with somebody.
Okay.
You guys went out on a great date.
Mm-hmm.
You had a nice dinner.
Mhm.
Everything's going fantastic.
Perfection.
The conversation is great. The vibe is good.
On point.
The food is great.
Get it?
You go home.
All right.
The vibe is nice. You guys are going to get it
I'm
in,
with
right?
you.
Okay, hang on. You're in bed, waiting for him to come back because he needed to freshen up real
Okay.
quick.
All
Okay.
right.
Homeboy comes back in the room in boxer shorts. That's it. And he just walks in thinking he's all sly, like it's sexy and shit. He just looks at you and he's like,
You just killed it for me.
"Thank you."
All right, when I'm done peeing myself laughing, I might need to go freshen up myself. Is this a joke or are they serious? Because if they're serious, woo, honey, I'm not into Joe Exotic, bro. I need
I don't
like.
care how serious you are. I don't care how lotioned up you are, how shiny you are. I
First
don't
of all,
care
if you
what
all
got
lotion up
on.
and shiny, I'm gonna
I don't
question
care
that
what's
shit a little bit
happening
anyway.
here. If you fucking try to walk up in this shit and you're just looking at me like I'm like an animal and you're just like, "Rawr."
Ooh.
No.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no. I think I would have to excuse myself.
I
in
feel
this
like the
scenario.
only way that this would be okay is
I
if it was
can't.
if it was done in like a joking fashion.
Yes.
If
that
it was done like like okay, I'd probably laugh about it. But if they're serious and they're like, I'm gonna get you, girl, I'm gonna be like, you ain't getting shit.
Devin says I would die laughing and most likely walk out. I'd put my clothes back on.
Right? Yeah, I'd be like, sorry, homie, I ain't the kitty you need. I got to go.
You can have.
Call me Carol Baskin. I'm out. Like, done. Sorry, Joe. I'm out.
I just can't.
Nope.
I just can't.
No.
I would have to.
That's a hell to the
excuse
no.
myself.
Listen.
Oh,
there
I'm
is
sorry. I
certain-
just immediately got a stomach ache. My head hurts.
No,
I hear my
no,
mom's
no.
calling me. I gotta go.
There wouldn't even be that excuse. I'd just be like,
No.
I got to go, homie. Sorry.
Have you ever just flat out looked at somebody and been like, "Oh no,"
Mm-mm.
and excuse yourself ever so
Mhm.
politely?
I gotta go. And when they go, what's wrong? Just go. If you have to ask, that's
even
a bigger problem. Yep. Shouldn't even have to ask.
Oh boy.
Sorry. Sorry, boo-boo. We got to go.
Yes, yes.
Mom says, I'd pull out my whip. Back
Pull
kitty.
out your
Back
whip.
kitty.
Okay, that's a
All right.
whole new level. That is
Steph's like,
not
that
a
is more than I
conversation
need to
am
know
trying
about my
to
mother.
get into tonight, absolutely
Mhm.
not. Moving on, quick, hurry up.
All right.
Next.
Stephanie,
Yes.
let's paint a picture.
Paint a picture.
You're in the shower with your man.
Yes.
Now, not necessarily having sex, just in the shower, conserving water.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. Okay.
He starts peeing. What's your move?
I'm slapping him right in his fucking face.
Thank you. Listen, we all pee in the shower, okay? There ain't nothing wrong with peeing in the shower when you're alone.
When you are with somebody in the shower,
You
it
do
is
not.
inappropriate for
That
you
shit's
to
a golden
urinate.
shower.
That is
I'm all
not
set.
okay. Don't you pee on my leg, my foot, my toe.
I don't want
your pee water to
anywhere
drain
near
past
me.
my foot to the drain.
Nowhere near
That is
it.
unacceptable.
That's a fuck no.
That is totally unacceptable.
Listen, that
That is not okay.
I am willing to accept a lot of fucking things. That is
I don't
not
even
one
think
of
it would
them.
be a slap across the face. That might be a fucking throat chop.
Not even.
I'm dead ass. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And make you go,
Listen, I feel like there'd be that moment where you look down and look back up and go,
fucking really, guy? Really?
no, not even words. Just look at them and go,
There
are
are
you
no
dumb?
words for that.
Are you fucking dumb?
It's not even a
You
dumb.
just ruined a beautiful moment.
It's a really,
Really?
really.
Devin says, bro,
Come
ew,
on.
why is there 2 people in there? Don't be. If
Just
I
saying.
get piss on my foot, we fighting. Yup.
Right.
Mom says, what the fuck? I'm not a hydrant.
We're not hydrants. That is
Amen.
not what's supposed to happen when
Fuck
you're in the
no.
shower.
Listen, I'm all set with golden shower regardless of where the fuck it is. All good with that.
Oh.
Keep your fucking urine to yourself. In the
This
toilet.
is not an R. Kelly video.
No! I am not an underage
Okay,
girl.
we are not pissing on you.
No.
This is not happening.
No.
Next.
Next. It's on you,
My
baby.
turn.
What you
My
got?
next.
Yes, you are.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Ready? If you're walking down the street with your significant other and someone catcalls you, how do you want your significant other to react to that? That's a very good question.
It is. So here's the thing, right? So I'm somebody that's very non-confrontational,
Okay.
right?
You?
Yes. I am non-confrontational. I mean, in certain moments I'll get my fucking hair up, but for the most part, I am non-confrontational. And I prefer that my significant other be the same. But I think it depends on the level of catcalling. If somebody whistles to you, fucking ignore it. Walk on.
Right.
Don't make a big thing out of it. It's not a big deal. If somebody's saying some really fucking fucked up shit,
foul
lewd,
shit.
crude, whatever, yeah, I want my significant other to respond. I'm not saying I
I
want
don't
you
want
to
to fight out of it, but I'm.
but you can turn around and be like, yo, like, just be respectful, whatever. Like, just say.
if you're
like,
not saying something, I'm
Yeah.
definitely saying something.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you rather it be coming from you and not me? Especially
Well, that's the
if we're
thing.
out in public.
Like, I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, whatever. Like I said, if you're going to hype me up and just say, like, and somebody's whistling at you, whatever, okay. Like, I'm not even going to, like, don't get mad about it. Just move on.
Move on. You should take it as a compliment.
But I'm talking, like, if somebody's saying some fucked up shit, like, they're
Right.
saying some, like, degrading shit or, like, just really crude shit,
Being
like,
gross and disrespectful.
that's, like, especially when you're walking with your significant other. Like,
Right.
that's ballsy, first of all.
facts.
But secondly, like, at that point, I don't want my significant other to fight, but I would
No.
like you to at least, the very least, stand up and say, like, yo, listen, that's not okay.
I'm not for the fighting.
No, I'm not for the fighting
Don't
either.
enjoy it.
Honestly, the fighting turns me off. That's a huge turn off to me.
Right.
I mean, obviously, if the situation
called
really
for, then
called
that's
for it,
one
I
thing.
get it. But, like, don't start a fight over petty bullshit.
Right.
Like, that's petty bullshit. You know what I mean? The
Right.
reality is, if, like, you kept walking and you would just, like, forget
Like,
them,
oh, you're looking at my girl's ass, bro? What the fuck? You
Yeah,
want to take
that's
this
stupid.
outside? No, that's
that's
not what-
fucking
no.
stupid. Like, don't be stupid. You know what? Be happy someone's looking at your girl's ass and be like, yep, I got that.
Exactly.
There you go. That would turn me on more than you turning around and starting a fucking fight.
Facts.
All set with that drama.
Facts. Big
Yeah.
facts.
Yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely.
What do we got? What do we got?
All right. So Devin says, "Oh, that's different. I'd want them to say something, but not cause a scene."
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Devin also says, "Continue hyping me up and not get jealous and mad about it, but like kind of make a joke of it, if that makes sense."
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense, though. I do. I think that absolutely makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, fun fact.
Fun fact, friends.
Did
Fun
y'all
fact,
know,
friends.
for women,
What?
that laughing a lot can help tighten your vagina?
Ah!
We laugh a lot.
We laugh a
Ooh,
lot.
tight as fuck. No, so here's
That
the thing.
must be why.
That's
it's
why.
like the kung fu grip.
So, reality is when you laugh, like really laugh a lot, and like those, not talking about like a ha ha ha, like I'm talking
Like a
like a hearty laugh,
laugh.
is because it convulses your Kegel muscles to contract, which makes you do Kegels.
Well, we're gonna
which-
be some fucking tight
ass
ass
bitches. Yep. Mm-hmm. Done. Yep.
Love it. We are so in sync tonight. I
Charlie
can't
says
fucking
he doesn't
stand
believe it.
Doesn't
Believe
what?
it, homie. He doesn't believe
It's
that.
a fun fact, friend.
Believe it,
Go,
homie.
go check our facts, and I
We
dare you to,
fact
to
checked
tell us
everything.
it's wrong.
Everything.
We have
So
double and
bitches,
triple checked.
laugh it up.
Laugh it up.
Belly
have fun,
laughs,
live your
fucking
life.
roll on the floor laughing. Like,
YOLO.
not for nothing, do it, right?
Yes, it's only going to benefit you in the end. And give you laugh lines, and that's totally fine.
So Charlie says your Kegel muscles, convulsion is your Kegel muscles so you don't piss yourself. Listen, yes, but your Kegel muscles actually don't do more than just holding in your piss.
Right.
Your Kegel muscles actually tighten your grip, which actually strengthens your pelvic wall.
Right.
Listen, we know more about
We
this
know
than
more
you.
about this than you, so
Okay.
let's not go
So
there.
you can talk all you like, but
Facts.
don't worry, we'll school you. That's
we
fine.
will. We will.
We'll
learn
learn you, baby.
We'll learn you.
All right, you're up.
Next,
What
it's
do we got?
my
It's
turn.
your turn, baby.
Would you go out of your way to dress up for someone that you know is attracted to you, even when you are not available?
So I think we need to lay a scenario for this.
Yes. Lay it
So-
out, girl.
You're going to a party,
Lay it
and
down.
there's someone there that you know has a thing for you. You're not going to act on it. You're involved with someone else. They know that. But would you make it a point, knowing that they're there, to kind of like make yourself a 10 that night? Like, do your makeup, dress nice, just because. Let's be fair. Everyone loves knowing that they still got it. You know what I mean? Like knowing that, like, okay, even though I'm not going to act on it, it's nice to know that somebody wants me. Would you go out of your way to make yourself, like, on point so that this person is kind of, like, after you? Even though you know you're not interested, you're with somebody else, whatever.
I'm going to say no for 20 points. Scott,
Okay, I'm listening.
I get dressed up regardless whether it's for myself,
Mm-hmm.
for my man,
Right.
or whatever. I don't get dressed up for, I guess, fishing for compliments. Some people do. I personally don't.
So my thing is like, and I know this is going to sound super fucking cliche, right? While I think everyone to an extent cares what other people think. To an extent. I mean, I don't generally care what other people think. When I get dressed up, it's because I'm feeling a certain type of way and I want to feel good about myself. And so I get, like, I'm very much a sweatshirt and jeans kind of girl, you know that. Like, yep, hair looks like this 99% of the time. And I'm so comfortable in my skin, that's fine. But every now and then, like, I just want to, like, I want to put on makeup and get dressed up. And it's not because I want other people looking at me. I just want to feel good. I want to feel good about me. So I don't know that I would go out of the way. I might be somewhat conscious about the fact that, like, I don't want to look like trash. But, like,
Right.
if I'm going to a party anyway, I don't want to look like trash. So, I mean,
Right,
I
I'm
don't,
not getting dressed up
it's
for
not
that
for
other
that person. It's just I want to, like,
For
I want to.
myself.
I don't want to be feeling self-conscious in any way. Like, I
Right.
want to just be feeling good in myself and just be like, okay, I can be
Feeling
me.
good in general about yourself, not
Right.
specifically towards one specific person.
Right, like I don't think it's a matter of dressing up for that person. It's more so for myself, truthfully. Like I didn't own makeup till I was 30. Like I'm not a big like.
I'm not a huge makeup person myself.
I'll do it now and then. Like I think I wore it the other night when we went out, and that was probably the first time in like months that I've put on makeup. And I ain't put shit on now, clearly. And it's fine. Like I'm very like, I have a tan right now. Listen, bitches, Irish bitch. this is
That's a tan.
It's a tan. So whiter than you, but that's fine. It's inevitable. I'll be white forever. It's okay. I embrace it.
It's okay. I love you, my white friend. Love you so much.
I love you too. What do we got?
All right. Mom says I don't want to give someone the impression I like them if I don't, but I would dress up for myself.
Yes.
No one else.
Absolutely, and I think I feel like a lot of females are that way. As much as I think guys tend to think it's for them, it's really not. I feel like 9 times out of 10, most women dress to feel a certain way themselves.
Right.
Not so much for who's going to look at. I'm not saying there aren't those women out there that do, that dress for others. I feel like majority of women dress for just, they want to make, kind of like when you go get your hair done, you just feel a certain way when you walk out of the salon. You feel good about yourself.
Right.
You could be in sweat,
Guys
but you
can
walk
attest
out
to
like,
that. Like when you get a fresh haircut.
yeah, you feel good
you feel
when you
good.
walk
You
out.
feel fucking
because you took
clean
care of
and fresh,
yourself.
cut and good to
Right.
go.
So I think it's the same aspect of like a woman getting like dressed up and wearing something that she feels good in and putting on makeup and just feeling good about themselves. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily for someone else. It's, they want to feel good about themselves. Majority of women dress to tease someone.
No, they
So
don't.
you think. I really don't believe that's the case. I don't. I think there are some that do. I definitely think that there are.
I don't think it's the majority.
So this is what I call a look at me girl. Like, there are those girls out there that are 100% look at me girls, and they're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna dress as like scantily clad as I can, and because I want all the attention." Those are people that need the attention because they don't have self-confidence. People that are confident or comfortable in their skin do not dress for other people. They dress for themselves,
Correct.
to feeling good about themselves.
Correct.
And I 100% believe that. When it comes to women, I can't speak for men because I don't know, but I believe that there's definitely the fraction of women out there that lack that self-confidence, that feel the need to dress for others because they need that attention. They desire it.
True.
Now, don't get me wrong, I got this going on, and you and I both know when I dress, I don't hide it.
Right.
It's not for the attention of others. I'm just very comfortable with this is who I am and this is my body and I don't care.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to cover them.
Well, let's be real. Yeah.
Like, is there even enough fabric to cover that?
I mean, I'm sure there is, but I just don't buy that much. It's fine.
You'd be a turtleneck year round.
See, I can't do anything around my neck. It drives me crazy. I'm like, it's choking me. I can't.
Strangling me. I cannot
Strangling me.
breathe.
All right.
Next.
Is it me or you?
I don't know.
All right, I'll go.
You go.
You know what grinds my gears?
What grind your fucking gears, bitch?
When you message somebody
Oh, here we go.
and you can see that they are active on social media platforms, regardless of what it may be, and then they don't message you back for hours, or that you can see that they've read it, they leave you on read for
And they don't
hours,
respond
and they
for
don't respond
hours.
for hours, and they're like, "Oh, I just saw this," and you're like, "Bitch, no, you didn't.
Ugh.
You saw this a while ago."
That shit drives me insane.
Like, just be now. Don't get me wrong. I will say I am guilty of this. I am guilty of someone messaging me, and I'm in the middle of something, and I can't necessarily text back or
Right,
respond,
true.
and I'll look really quick, and I'll go, okay, I'll text him after. So I will say I am guilty of it. There are times where that happens. Not
okay, so
super
let's
often.
change it to it happens
Regularly.
constantly.
Yeah,
On a regular.
that's different.
all
I
the
feel
time.
like
that is
Don't leave me on
irritating
fucking
as
red.
fucking hell.
Like, one time, okay, oh, hey, I got caught up. Listen, because like I said, I'm guilty of it. I know I've done it. I've looked at, like, a text message. You even texted me, and I'm like, oh, I'm in the middle of something. Let me text her back afterwards. And then sometimes you forget, and it happens. Like, I get
Right.
that once in a while.
Yes.
When it's a constant thing,
all the time,
that's fucking obnoxiously annoying.
it's annoying as hell.
Yes. I don't need constant attention. Or not if you're busy, just say, hey, I'm busy, I'll text you back in a little bit.
Right.
Or, like, something. It takes 2 seconds. You know what I mean? To, like, send a text to say, like,
Right.
hey, I'm wrapped up, whatever, I'll text you in a little bit. Or,
Give me a few
ha, ha, ha,
minutes, I'm in the middle of
LOL,
something.
smile, something. Like,
Right.
to know, acknowledge the fact that
Send gibberish across the screen. Something.
something. Yeah, no. Like, there's gotta
God
be.
damn it.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's annoying. It's one of my fucking biggest pet peeves. Oh, I hate
That's what grinds
My
gears.
gears.
All right.
it. Next.
What's
Fun
we got?
fact, friends. Oh my god.
Oh wait, hang on. Try this. You shouldn't respond too fast anyway. I like to think about shit before I say it. Listen,
When
there's
it's
a
like 8 hours
It takes you
later.
hours to think about things before
Come
you
on.
say it. Okay, I can understand like,
Come
hey,
on.
like 10 minutes, but like, we're talking hours here. We're talking like, okay, somebody texts you at 10 a.m. and you don't respond till 5. It didn't take you that long to think about what you want to say.
Facts.
Let's be real. If you're having a conversation, you go, hold on, I'll get back to you. And then think
Right.
about it for 5 hours. No, you respond.
Let me think about that for a second.
Right.
Hold on. I gotta think.
Yes.
That's a good question. I have no words for that.
Right. So, Mom says, I hate when you're having a conversation and they just stop. No response, leave you hanging, no bye, or I'm busy, anything. 100%. Listen, I get people get busy.
And
I
people
get
fall asleep.
Yeah, like, you know, yeah, people fall asleep, bitch. We're gonna get on that. But,
I hit a nerve.
yeah. But, I mean, it's not hard to say, like, hey, I'll hit you back in a little bit. Or, hey, I'm wrapped up right now. Like, it takes 2 seconds to send a text. Let's be
It does.
real. So when you go hours and hours and hours, and then on top of that, the worst is,
What?
in that interim, they're posting on social media. So you know they're on their
Oh,
phone.
that's the worst, especially when they're
You
fucking
know they're on
posting.
their phone. You're like, wait a minute.
Bro, your phone is in your hand. I know you saw the text.
Yes.
Why you post it?
Just fucking say something. Even if it's, hey, I can't talk right now, I'll talk later, that's fine. But,
It's
listen,
annoying as
I am
hell.
all for being in the moment of you're in and not being on your phone. I get that 100%.
Specifically if it's like a question that's time sensitive.
Well, yeah, that's annoying as fuck.
And you can see that they're doing like a million other things instead of just giving you a 2-second yes or no. Irritating.
So Lexi says, if they aren't answering you, they're not interested. Well, yeah, but we're not even just talking about, like,
Not that,
we're just
not
talking
even
in
the fact
general.
that when they're
Friends,
interested,
family,
your friends, it's
whatever.
a constant like back
anything.
and forth.
But no, you're right. If they're not answering, I kind of take that as whatever.
Every time they respond, it takes fucking like 5 hours.
So Charlie said, is it time for a suggested topic? Please, by all means.
Go ahead.
We always want suggested
Always
topics.
want a
so
suggested
share
topic. What
away.
do you
We
have?
want to hear it. But yeah, no, we're talking more so about not necessarily a significant other or somebody you're trying to like holler at or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I tried shooting my shot the other day at somebody.
Oh, you did. Do tell you.
And I
did
got
tell
shot
me.
the fuck down.
What happened?
It wasn't anything extensive. It was just kind of like there was a response. It wasn't a complete dead silence, but then it was just kind of like nothing. And it's been days, and I'm just like, okay, that's dead. Hey, you know, I shot. Listen, you'd be proud of me. Shot my shot.
Shot your shot.
So going back real quick about the whole falling asleep thing. So Stephanie said that she struck a nerve, and she did. So Stephanie and I, during the week, we are avid Disney Plus watchers, and there is a feature on Disney Plus where we can do group watch. So Stephanie and I watch a lot of movies. Now we live about an hour away from each other. So during the week, we'll go, hey, let's find something to watch, and we'll watch movies together, and we stay on the phone and on video chat while we're watching these movies together because we're super fucking lame. And it's fun, and I don't care. And this bitch right here, we started watching a movie, and you know we're chatting, and we don't necessarily always see each other's face because we're not holding the phones like this, but we can talk to each other. And the movie ended, and I'm going, hello, Stephanie. Nothing. Bitch was sound fucking asleep. She fell asleep during the movie, which is a pet peeve anyway. You were too tired. You should have said you were too tired. You wanted to watch the
out
damn
of
movie.
nowhere. I didn't even feel myself falling asleep. Next thing
To
I
the
knew,
point
I
where
woke
I'm
up,
going,
the lights were on, the TV's credits
Hang
on.
up! Because this bitch is sleeping on me.
It happens, girl.
Alright, so Charlie says, how about putting someone on blast when it's 100% inappropriate? Listen. Shit happens. Is it okay? No, it's not okay. There are times where people do that and it is not appropriate and they don't necessarily mean to. It, you know, it's, first of all, you shouldn't put anyone on blast regardless, right? So that's never okay. I do not condone that. But there are times where people say things out of pocket and they apologize for it. I will say that. So, you know, it's one of those things. Next.
Fun fact, friends.
What's the ashtray? It don't have.
Fun fact, friends. Did you know
My turn.
that DNA
Oh.
from oral sex can stay in your mouth for 1 to 2 weeks
People.
after?
This is after, I'm talking like brushing your teeth and stuff. Like if they
Listen,
swab-
you got someone's children running around in your fucking teeth. Listen, that is not okay.
that, it makes me never want to perform oral sex again. Here's the reality.
I
people.
can't.
So I read this
I
off of a
can't.
wait, just so it, this information I got off of a forensic like website
My stomach's turning.
that there is a possibility that 1 to 2 weeks, up to 1 to 2 weeks after, of course they were talking about like sexual assault and things like that, and we're just talking in general, right? But that they could find traces of someone's
That's
DNA.
because the swerve is swimming in between your fucking teeth.
Oh God! Stop it! Stop it!
Bitch.
Stop it! Stop it!
This is why you must floss several times
You
a day.
get floss, brush, mouthwash.
Ah,
That shit don't just go away.
no. Listen.
Charlie says, stop.
Listen. Oh,
Devin said, hence
God.
why I hate doing that.
Can't.
Listen,
Oh my God.
this just makes, alright, and we're not saying this to fucking make women go, never again, but reality is, ladies, let's think about this.
This is a fucking fact.
Let's think about this. Y'all got some fucking kids playing around in the playground up there.
Or how about if you're a little scandalous there and you're floating around and you got multiple children?
How many men is up in there?
Oh, girl.
Ugh.
Nasty.
Ugh. Can't. Call me Miss Jackson.
Ooh. I can't.
That's fucked up.
That's a gross one,
That's-
friends.
How fucked up is fucked up?
Think
That's
about that the
fucked up.
next time you kiss your children with those
Ew!
lips.
Ew!
Oh, shit! I can't.
Okay, you just took it to a whole nother level.
Listen, this is a fun fact, friend.
Fun fact, my
That
ass.
didn't say you was gonna like it.
Well, fun would imply that I would like it. That isn't fun. That's just a fact.
That's something that you just need to know.
Okay. Let's move on.
Move on.
Move on.
Go for it.
Is it ever a good idea to fuck a coworker?
No, do not shit where you eat.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fucking number one rule. That is an absolute no.
So, that being said,
That being said,
have you ever done it?
No.
I have. Long time ago. Long time ago.
Why am I not shocked?
Wow. Thanks. Just kidding. I don't know if I'm gonna take that as a compliment or an insult. See, mine wasn't even a coworker. It was my boss. I was a kid. I was 18, and I was young and stupid.
Shannon!
Young.
Trying to get that raise.
Listen, I was trying to get that good schedule. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
I was young and dumb. Charlie says it's okay. Devin says absolutely not. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. No, you're right. You don't shit where you eat. Like, I
Nah.
learned that fucking lesson the
Because
hard
then
way.
if something goes wrong, and then shit's gonna get awkward, and then it's just gonna be this whole scenario.
Well, because here's the thing, right?
Just
so,
avoid it all and don't do it. Say no.
and
kids,
who's to say
no.
that person, you're not the only one that
right?
they may be.
Ooh,
And then you gotta
there's
work
some
with these
drama, and it could be this big vicious love triangle at work. It'll be a big soap opera. Negative. Say no, friends. Say no.
Charlie says set ground rules. And
Ground rules don't always work. Let's be
But-
realistic.
Right, but and
Okay.
then Devin goes, Shannon, boss is even worse. Listen, I was young, okay? I was young, and stupid.
Shannon.
You like my hot?
Shannon, do you like my hot?
I do.
I do.
All right,
Next.
what we got, baby?
Do women enjoy watching men masturbate?
I'm gonna go with no. It doesn't really do much for me. Like, okay, I get that like guys like to watch women masturbate for whatever reason, but I don't really get off on of watching a guy fucking like. I mean, I guess in certain situations,
Certain scenarios, I'm gonna say
Maybe.
yes.
but for the most part, it really does nothing for me. I'm just kind of like,
If you're just sending me a video,
yeah, no, that's a no.
that's not gonna work.
If we're in person,
If we're in the middle
and
of
it's in
doing
the-
things,
yes.
and that is in the middle of the things,
yeah,
then that is appropriate
yeah.
at some point in time.
So Devin said, hard no for me. That's just kind of weird.
Why?
Yeah, well, like don't send me a video of that because
No.
that's not making me go ooh. That's making me go ugh.
Ew.
Ugh. And Francesca said, Steph and Shannon, I miss you girls. We miss you too.
Hi, Coco.
Welcome back,
Hi.
darling. We
How
miss
are
you. Oh, we were actually. I think we just talked about him
We
the
were
other
just
day.
talking about
We
you
were.
the other day.
Oh, you were on our minds. Look at that.
Fucking
On our
love
minds
you.
and our hearts, and here
And
you are.
Here you are. We like gravitated you
See?
towards us. See
That's
that?
what it's all about, baby.
Mwah.
Yeah, no, that's a hard no for me. I'm not really into that. Like, it just does nothing for me. Like, don't
I said,
send
it
me.
has to be the right scenario, the right situation.
Again, I think if you're with the person and you're kind of in the heat of the moment, like, okay, maybe, but like, don't send me a video of it. That's just not doing shit for me. I don't
Right,
care if I'm
video is a no.
even if I'm like in the mood. Like, that's just not really like. I'm kind of like, eh,
Yeah.
nah. It's not really my thing.
Nah.
And a video is a no. Yes,
Yeah,
thank
no.
you.
It's a no.
That's a no. That's a no. I'm all set. Like I don't need. Here's you know. Okay, so I'm gonna get personal here for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Because that's just what I do.
Brace yourselves.
You never know. So I had someone who I have not spoken to in over a year. That I was talking to briefly for a period of time over a year ago. That came out of the blue and just sent me a video of that, and I was like, no. And they were like, oh, so you're a nun now? And I'm like, no, not a nun, just not really getting hyped on the idea of, like, watching you fucking stroke yourself.
Let's just be clear, men. A video is totally different than a dick pic.
Even then, I don't want a dick pic either.
I was just going to say, we have spoken many times on the topic of unsolicited dick pics. A video is way worse.
Yes, unless I ask
way
you for that
worse.
shit, you're not doing anything for me by sending me that shit. Like, if anything, I'm getting turned off by the
You're
idea.
getting blocked and deleted.
We do that on a regular basis.
On a regular basis
Yeah.
on this show's messages.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, we see a lot
That's a
on the
fucking
messages
no.
we get on this show, and we kind of just go, oh, block, we're going to get rid of that
block
real
and
quick.
delete. So,
Yeah.
don't try
So,
and be funny.
Francisco says, see me in person and be respectful and do it when the time presents itself to be sexual. I agree. Dick pics are canceled because they always disappoint. I agree. Listen, first of all, because number one, here's my thing. If you're sending a dick pic, that to me says that's not the first one you sent.
Facts.
Secondly, how many fucking pictures did you have to take to even get one that you were like, yeah, I'm gonna send
That's the good one to send.
and I just know it to me that's like it's so impersonal. Like I'm not in the like if I ask you for it because we're in like
The only time that this is appropriate is if you're, I'm going to say, like, in a relationship.
that's different.
And
I
you
feel
guys
like.
are not under the same roof.
That I get.
Or maybe you're under the same roof and you're trying to spice things up.
Which
Whatever.
I get again. If you're in a
Which is totally
relationship,
fine.
that's one
That's
thing.
totally different. Then send the fucking pictures and the videos all you want, unexpectedly,
But
not asked for.
if you're just some random dude, I don't want to
No.
see that shit. Like
Not
I'm
if
not
you're a
sending you a
random.
picture of my cooch. Like I'm good. Like I'm all set with that shit.
Yeah, no.
I'm good.
That's a fucking hard no.
That's a big fucking no for me.
No.
All right.
Next.
Next.
What do
Let's
we got?
find a
What do we
good
got? What do we got?
one. Okay, here's
Okay.
one. This is a non-sexual question.
Non-sexual question.
Friend comes over
Yes.
with their kids.
Yes.
Kids are misbehaving,
Oh.
but your friend says nothing.
Uh-oh.
What's your response?
Speak to the French. Can you handle your...
Oh, see, no,
Children of
I'm
the
going
corn.
right for the fucking kids.
Wrangle your children of the corn.
Oh no,
I
no,
will.
no! If you're in my fucking house and your children are misbehaving and you ain't saying shit, I'm a
Hey, don't
I'm a-
touch that.
I'm a parent your kids.
Get
and
off
if you
that.
have a problem, there's the fucking door.
Don't touch that. Can
Yeah.
you not stand on that, please? Can you wrangle the children of the
Yeah.
corn?
Oh no, I'm gonna be very fucking honest with your kids. I'm gonna give them a quick pow and say,
She
that's
said
a fucking
pow.
no. And if you have an issue with that, the door's right fucking there. If you don't have an issue with that, that means that we're good friends and you're like, no, go ahead, do your thing. I have friends that fucking know, like I'm gonna reprimand your kids, especially when they're in my home.
To a point.
To
I'm
a
not
point.
gonna lay my hands on
No, no,
someone
no.
else's
I know
kid,
when I say
but-
I'm not really fucking laying my hands on anybody, but like at
But-
the same time, like, listen, watch your kids. Let's
Right.
be real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all, like, not we're all, but most of us are fucking parents. I realize that shit might fly at your house, but just somewhere else, shit ain't flying. You know what I mean? What do we got?
Coco says, honestly, it's all about the communication and y'all being on the same page and knowing what you both like and what turns you on.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So,
And what did Charlie say? Oh, I'm going for the kids too. Yeah. I'm going to go right to the kids. I'm going to go right to the source. I'm not going to ask you to please reprimand your child. No, I'm going to reprimand your child. And again, you're in my home. If your child's acting fucking out of pocket.
depends on who the friend is too. Is it the first time that they're at your house? How close are you? You know what I mean?
Here's
I
the
think that's all
reality.
going to depend on my reaction.
If it's the first time you're at my house with your kids, I might give you a look. I ain't even going to say nothing. I'm going to give you a look. And if you're not catching what I'm fucking putting down with that look, I'm going to fucking go ahead and say, get the fuck down. That's not okay.
Right.
And if you're offended by that, we're not that close of friends.
Facts.
That's where I'm at with that. Listen, my kid is not perfect, but he ain't fucking misbehaving like that. Because I will fucking whoop his ass. True story.
Facts.
Facts.
Charlie says, ask Dylan. Facts.
Yep.
Okay.
But I feel like our boys have been raised to know that's a fucking no-go. No-fly zone.
Right.
Listen, I don't know how many times I've gone to, like, family, friends, if my kid's there, I'm like, dude, whoop his ass. You have my permission, right? Do what you need to do.
I mean,
Keep
I've never
them in
had to
mind.
be in a situation where anyone has had to do that. My
No,
kids
no,
have
no.
always been pretty
Same.
respectful.
Same. But
So-
I will give you, if you are in charge of my child,
Oh, you have full reign.
you have full reign to do what you need to do to parent that child in your
in
care.
your care, absolutely.
If I'm there, trust, I'm gonna parent that child. I'm gonna fucking let him know.
but
that's
if you
not
put your
okay.
hands on my kid,
Well,
that
that's
might be
different.
another scenario.
It's one thing to say something. It's another thing to put your hands on somebody. That's
put your
different.
hands on my kid, and that's gonna be another fucking totally new level.
Oh yeah, no, that's different.
Can't. No.
That's a given. Yep.
Next.
So what we got, baby?
Okay. Even if you would never get back with an ex, do you ever miss the sex from an ex? I'm gonna personally say no, and the reason why I'm gonna say no is because I don't miss my ex, any of them.
Oh no, I don't miss any of my exes.
So therefore, I wouldn't miss any of the sex
I-
because they're an ex for a reason.
I-
So therefore, there's emotion and feelings tied to that. So I
Right.
can't miss something that I'm not still emotionally tied to, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. I 100% get it. I will say, it's not so much that I miss, quote unquote, the sex. I might miss something that they did that I was like, ooh, nobody else
Or
has
a
done that.
maneuver, but not
Right,
the actual
not the
sex.
actual sex itself. Maybe like a certain thing that they did, or like just
Okay,
like
I agree with
the
that.
comfortability of a certain situation. Like, oh, I wish I was kind of in that moment, but I'm not there yet, kind of thing with somebody. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that I miss like the overall, like, oh, I miss my sex life with this person. I just might miss like, oh, that's something that they did that was like really great, and I've yet to find somebody that does
That
it
could
the
do
same
it that
way or
Gotcha.
whatever.
Oh, that makes
That
sense.
kind of thing.
Oh, that makes sense.
What was it? Charlie says, just the sex, no, sex is sex. Yeah, it is. But like I said, there's certain times where it's like somebody does something, like maybe you have somebody, like an ex that was like, there's something that they did that was just different, and you were like, ooh, that was good. And maybe you missed that moment. Not that you missed the whole of like the emotion or any of that stuff, just that physical moment of like,
I don't know.
I think it happens.
I don't know.
I can say it's happened for me.
I'm not agreeing.
Not
with
that I miss, like I said, not that I miss that person or I miss even the sex life. That I just miss like, oh, there's this one thing that they did,
Mm.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Next.
Oh, fun fact.
Fun fact, friends.
So,
So.
I think we've all heard the rumor that when guys drink pineapple juice
Or eat pineapple.
or eat pineapple or in an excessive amount, that it makes their semen taste better, right? But did you know?
But did you know?
There is a list of other foods.
There's more friends.
that do the same thing.
Men, listen up.
Okay,
Take
so
note.
other than pineapple, celery, parsley, wheatgrass, cinnamon, nutmeg, papaya, and oranges. So add that shit, gentlemen, to
your grocery list?
and eat that shit on a regular basis.
Facts.
And you're gonna make the woman or / men in your life a lot happier. Just
Facts.
saying. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there.
Facts.
There you go. Fun fact.
Next.
Next.
Why is it when a guy is tapped in his nuts, he bends over in pain,
Hmm?
yet his nuts can smack your ass repeatedly during sex, but that's okay?
So the only thing I can say, because obviously I do not have nuts and I don't know how that feels.
We don't know what this feels like.
But if you're standing in the kitchen and your man slaps you in the ass really hard and you're like, ow, that really hurt, but yet in the bedroom he can slap you in the ass really hard and you're like, ooh, that feels good.
I think it's just because of the intimacy.
Maybe it's like an
moment
adrenaline
that's happening,
thing.
The adrenaline rush that's happening, the endorphins that's flowing.
I don't know if it's the same.
I don't think it. I think the testicles are a hell of a lot more sensitive than our ass cheeks.
Right.
So
Well, we
yeah.
talked a little bit about the fact that like we don't actually. I think it was on last show. we talked about the fact that we don't understand why people say, like, oh, you've got balls. Because balls are super sensitive. Whereas, where when someone calls you a pussy, that means you're weak, but yet pussies can take a pounding and fucking, you know, it's a little
strong
bit.
as fuck.
It's ass backwards, right? But I do wonder why it is, like, you know, guys play this game where they're like, boop, and, like, a little tap from the back of your fucking fingers makes a guy bend over in pain, but yet he can freaking be hitting it from the back and be like,
and that's all you hear.
and that, nothing. Not even, like, and if anything, that's enjoyable. I don't understand it.
Don't understand.
Don't understand it. For like, so guys, let's say. Oh wait, Charlie says it's the lack of blood going to the shaft. It's not expected if you're soft. Okay, maybe that.
Okay, but does it
Okay.
still hurt?
I know, right? Is
still
it a
pain?
good hurt? Is it a good pain?
Is it something that you just have to push through because you're in the moment and you're
Right,
just
I'm
like you just gotta
confused.
get over this, focus, sensei?
Right.
You know, like
So Monique says, or boobs are like men's balls. No, you know what? Our boobs are like men's balls because they can be very sensitive. Somebody like grabbed your
point.
boob and was like you're gonna go, ow. But
Yeah.
yet during sex you're like, just like need them like, well, I shouldn't even say that. Guys, let's be real. There's still fucking pain there. Like, okay, they're attached.
Right.
I've had guys where I go, oh, they're attached. Let's not go fucking crazy here.
right.
Like, it feels good to an extent, and then like you don't need to rip them off. Like they're attached.
Facts.
They're fine, right? I think
Facts.
sometimes guys get a little overzealous. Charlie says if you're hard, it doesn't hurt, and it's the adrenaline. Okay. Well, there you go. You heard it from a guy.
There it
Because
is.
we don't know. We don't have nuts. So.
There it is, friends. Spoken from a true male himself.
There you go.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
Mr. Rooney.
Next.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got two.
Oh,
All right.
God. I do not want to talk about this.
You want us to pick it up now?
Why? So we have to talk about it at some other point?
We're gonna talk about it
We
eventually.
might as well just get it over with.
All right. Here's the topic. This is not a question. It's just a topic. Pussy farts, aka queefs. Okay. Here's the question, Stephanie.
What?
You're having sex.
Yeah.
No. So I feel like most of us realize too. Like, okay, pussy farts, as those who know, is not
I hate
actually
that
wait,
word.
but is not actually gas. It's air being pumped into that vicinity, right? So when
Into
you're
that
having that cavity, so when you're having sex, it's not gas coming out. It's like it's just air.
It's just air.
But like, I think we've all
It
experienced
happens more usually when you're like from behind.
Right, but I think we've all experienced it at one point or another.
I'm sure. And if
where
you
there's
haven't,
like
then you
air.
don't have a very good
Yeah.
sex life.
Do you feel like in that moment you have to go ooh, or do you just kind of ignore it and keep going?
I think it depends on the person you're with.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I've done both. I've
Okay.
ignored it, and I've drawn attention to it, making a joke about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it's embarrassing either way. There's really no way that you can tell it's even coming, and you don't
that's
know
the
what's
thing.
gonna happen.
No, there's
you have
no
no
like.
idea what it's gonna sound like.
Right.
So it's just you need to brace yourself.
I feel like it's one of those things that I kind of just ignore because it's kind of like you can. Well, listen, it's not like a controllable thing.
It's
not
just one of those things that makes me feel this small. I get beat red and I'm like,
oh, see, I don't even like when it comes to
it's
that. I'm just kinda
embarrassing. It happens.
I feel
It's
like for the
embarrassing.
most part, it's not that
I
embarrassing.
honestly think I would be more comfortable farting than
Really?
queefing.
No, but we're talking about a pussy fart. It's different. It's
I
it's
understand
air. It's
that.
not gas. It's air.
It's
just.
still embarrassing.
It's like they're going like this, and all of a sudden, the air pops out and it just goes. Like, you know what I mean?
I have a hard time just talking about it. I don't want to talk about this. Why? Why are we talking about this?
Because it's a topic.
I don't want
All right.
to talk.
So, Charlie said, I love it when I'm pounding it. Only big sausage creates queef. Okay. He says it's all good. Monique says, I ignore it. It can be embarrassing. Some men can be childish about it. No, Monique, I agree with you. I think, honestly, I ignore it 9 times out of 10. And if a guy calls attention to it, I'll be like, well, you did it. Like,
Right.
it wasn't me.
It's your
You're
fucking
the one that
fault.
did it, so...
I didn't do it to myself. I
All
didn't
right.
put air there.
And if you have an issue with it, that's on you, bro. Not me.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
See, that wasn't so bad. Steph was like, no.
Moving on.
Moving on.
How do you feel about a 10-date minimum before having sex?
So, here's the thing. I am somebody that likes to set goals for myself.
Hence,
In any way, shape, or form. I like
Okay.
to set goals for myself. And
Okay.
it's more for myself than anybody else. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with having a minimum. I think it's one of those things, though, you kind of just have to let nature take its course. You
I
don't
agree.
force anything. You don't necessarily need to plan anything. It's kind of just like, hey, let's go with the flow and just see where things go.
right.
You can have in your mind, like, hey, I'm going to, like, pull back a little bit on something, but I think overall, you can't put a time limit on your connection with somebody.
Right.
So I think putting that, like,
And I think if you try to put a timeline on something, say you're really feeling a chemistry with somebody.
Right.
Say that natural gravitation happens a lot quicker with that particular person for whatever reason. I feel like sometimes if you try to pull back, slow down,
you almost,
adjust
like,
the
you could
flow,
ruin it.
you could almost sabotage and ruin whatever's happening. So it's almost like a
Well, 'cause
tricky
you're-
fucking game that you have to play with each scenario as it's happening.
Right, because you're fucking with the natural flow of things.
Exactly.
So I feel like it's one of those things, like, you kind of just have to let things naturally take its course. Again,
Right.
you can have your limits for yourself to say, like, hey, I'm not going to, like, fucking jump into something, or I'm not going to go too crazy, but at the same time, I mean, if the chemistry's right and you're feeling it, why stop yourself from enjoying something with somebody that you really feel chemistry with or whatever? And I'm not saying you
Well,
gotta
that's-
jump into the sack with them, but, like,
Right.
to say, like, oh, no, I can't do this because I have a 10-date minimum. I feel like that's almost like setting yourself up for sabotage in a way.
Facts.
And it's not a matter of, like, oh, the guy's not willing to wait, because that's not it. It's a matter of,
Well, sometimes it is.
well, sometimes it is, but I feel like that's not even the issue, though. I think the bigger issue is just hindering whatever the natural flow of things is.
Right.
Just because you have a rule.
I think rules suck.
Rules are made to be broken.
I agree.
You can sit there and say to yourself, like, no, I want to wait X amount of time, but you may feel something for somebody and they may feel something for you and go, you know what? Okay, after 3 dates, like, this might be the time. And, like, who's to say that you have to wait 10 dates or whatever? Because
Who's
let's
to
be
say
real.
You have to wait more than one.
Right. Let's be real. The reality is,
depends.
it's all about what you feel in that moment. It's all about the chemistry you have with somebody. So I don't think having a minimum is necessarily a good thing.
All right, we got some comments on this
What
one.
do we got?
Monique says it depends. What if the person that was once a friend that you've known for years? Then that's a different scenario. But I still don't think it would happen on the first initial date.
Right.
And then she said sometimes you have to wait because that's all men want.
Mhm.
Then you'll never hear from them again. So in some cases, it's good to just wait to feel it out and see where it goes. I agree.
I agree, but you know what? In the long run, here's the thing. I feel like if a man's going into something and that's all that they truly want, there are some men that'll say, I'll wait that 10 dates, and they'll still get what they want. And
There are
fucking
some
just
men
sit there.
that'll take that as a challenge and
Right.
wait that whole 3 to 4 to
And-
6 months that you're putting
and
them
they're
through
gonna
that
fucking
ringer.
go, like,
And
peace
then
out
they're
when
gonna
they're
bounce
done.
as
Like,
soon as they're all set
so
and they get what
reality,
they want.
right? So reality is, do you want to wait that long?
Right.
I mean, here's the thing. There's the whole double standard. We've talked about this 100 times. The double standard of, like, women giving it up. All right. And I actually sent this to you, and I don't think you looked at it. But reality is this. When a man says, like, goes out on a date with a woman and they give it up right away, right? There's this whole stigma about it, and we all have heard it.
Yep.
But reality is this. That woman has shaved, lotioned. She's gone out of her way to make sure her panties and bra match. Like, listen, homie, she wasn't easy. She put that fucking work in, and she made sure. If anything, she played you.
Right.
So, reality is, it's not a matter of playing people when it comes down to it. It's the fact that, like, we're all human. We all have desires. We all have wants and needs. And
Yes.
if a woman is willing to say, like, hey, I'm feeling you, you're feeling me, if tonight's it, All
Do you
right.
know how long it takes to shave
Listen.
from ankle
Y'all gotta shave
to the tip
here.
of the thigh,
We got fucking a lot more to go.
and then the little cookie region with all the nooks and crannies?
Pits, tits, and ass, and all of the everything in
All of
between.
that,
Like,
the-
fucking, there's a lot going
You don't
on.
gotta shave the tits, but you gotta
Well,
shave
no.
the pits.
Pits, yeah. You gotta wash pits.
Some shave the booty hole, if that's your
If,
flavor.
and if you need to. Some
And
people
if
do.
you need to,
You never
some
know.
people don't, some people do.
Right.
It takes a long time to shave all them areas.
I could take a shower and not have to wash my hair and still be in just as long because I gotta fucking take care of.
Add my hair to it, fucking
Oh,
forget
fuck.
it.
I'm in there for an hour.
Add
And
an
it ain't
hour.
because I'm just standing there. It's because I'm working.
Right.
I'm doing fucking work.
fucking sweating while you're
Yeah.
taking a shower trying to fucking put in work.
Fucking men.
Fucking ridiculous.
Alright. Aiden, stop. My son is asking me to order him
Aiden,
food.
what are you doing on the show? Don't you know that you're supposed to arrange this prior to us going on air?
Aiden, you work, you have your own money, order yourself your own damn food.
Facts.
There you
kid.
go, homie. Now get off my life.
Bye, Aiden.
Love you. I'll call you after. Bye. Alright. I love that people are telling me to pay attention because my kid is hungry. Listen, there's food at home. This child is not starving. He's
Kids
just lazy.
never like to eat what's at home that's bought.
Did
from
you
the
not just
grocery
order
store.
your kid food before we started? Thank you.
I always,
Yeah.
if you don't tell me what you want before we go on, do not interrupt me in the middle. You will have
And
to wait
Aiden,
until
learn your
after.
lesson from Dylan.
Facts.
There's food at home, or you have your own money. DoorDash yourself, my friend. All right.
Bingo.
Next.
We will do one more. Oh, we got to do this one as the last one. We got to.
Is this our last question for the
This is
night?
our last one for the night, and we're gonna do it with a bang. I hope you
All
guys
right.
are ready for this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you
Am
ready?
I reading or you reading?
I'll read it.
All right, go ahead.
What if men picture this? It's been a long time. It's been a few weeks.
You know what?
maybe.
Even if it hasn't been a long time, just in general.
Just in general, okay. We'll
Mhm.
do just in general. You're out to dinner with your lady.
Mm-hmm.
You're prepping and priming to go home for the dessert that she's about to lay out for you.
Wait, but before you even go there, we all know when we're hungry, involuntarily our stomachs growl.
Stomach's growl.
Right? Okay. Go ahead.
You're at dinner, and all of a sudden you hear this growling.
But
You
it
can't
ain't her
understand
stomach.
where it's coming from. What if women's vaginas growled when they were horny?
The same way their
the same way
stomachs
their
growl.
stomachs growled when they were hungry.
Because, I mean, you're not going to tell me you haven't sat next to someone, male, female, or otherwise,
And heard their
stomach
stomach
growl because they were hungry.
Especially across the room.
Could you imagine
If your vajayjay fucking growled when
Every
that
time
shit
you was
fucking
horny?
ready to go.
versus,
I fucking cannot. I would be on the
First
floor,
of all-
dying laughing, hysterical. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Listen,
Oh my good God.
I don't...
Wait, do you think it would be more like a stomach growl, or do you think it would be more animalish and be like, like, hello, I'm here. Oh my God, I fucking cannot.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's one of those things. If you could imagine, like, you're sitting there, or not even that, you're sitting there with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and all of a sudden the kitty went "Meow," while he's sitting there watching TV, and he's gonna go. You don't even have to say shit, because they'd be like, okay, let's go. But like,
It
could
would
you?
just be a
How about
telltale
this?
sign.
How about this? You're out at a bar and you see somebody, and all of a sudden your kitty's just like. "Meow."
Or if it hissed when it didn't like somebody.
Oh my
Can you
God.
fucking imagine?
Oh, it didn't like it. No, it didn't like it.
Ooh. You wouldn't even have to ask. Well,
Was it good for you?
You would know.
No, maybe not.
Maybe not as much as you thought.
But just in general, like if your coochie growled when it was horny, the way your stomach growls, like that would be a telltale sign. You would never have to say anything.
Never be able to hide it.
No.
That's just awful and wrong. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a whole one.
That's a good one.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either.
I don't know that I'd want it to growl. I think I would tell it to shut the fuck up.
I know. Shh, quiet. Shh. Shh. You're gonna get in trouble.
Right. It'd be one of those things that you wake up in the morning and all of a sudden it's like, and you're like, bitch, you had some last night. You're not deprived. You're fine.
Oh my God.
Because, I mean, let's be real. It's not always going to be with a guy.
True, you could be around family at the fucking dinner table.
Oh, my God.
Can
Oh,
you
why'd you have to
imagine
go there?
Thanksgiving dinner.
And they'd be like, whose cat is that?
Grandpa's reading the eulogy.
Eulogy?
Whatever.
The blessing? The eulogy? That's at a
Is that when
funeral.
someone dies?
Could you imagine being at a funeral and all of a sudden you're like, woohoo? Like, fuck. Stephanie, you just took it to a whole nother level of fucked up.
Do you really think your vagina cares where you are? Does your stomach care where you are? No.
What do we got?
Just saying.
It's the kitty. I've had the kitty growl. Do you just go, down, girl?
I know. Down, girl. Shh. Quiet.
It's okay. Go lay down.
Go lay down.
Thank you, Lori. You just gave me a visual.
She said go lay down. Shh. Like it moves.
Shh. Hey, listen. If it's growling, it's alive. Like,
I can't. Like, just picture a vagina detaching itself and walking away like.
so there is a girl that I watch. She makes videos.
Fucking can't.
I think you've seen it too. She makes these videos and she's fucking hysterical. And she makes these videos talking to her bean. She calls it her bean.
Stop.
Bean flicker over here. So, and she's like, and the bean's like, bitch, bitch. And she's like, what? She'll be like sitting there at work. She's like, shut up. Like, that's what I feel like it would be like. Could you imagine if you're like imagine being at work and you're like, shh, shut the fuck up. It's not the time.
Imagine if it really talked.
Exactly. Oh my God. I would shut that bitch up real quick. I'm gonna muffle you with a pad. Like, that's a no. Shut the fuck up. This is not the time or the place.
I fucking can't even stand you. She said I'm gonna muffle her up with a pad.
No.
Sticky side up.
Oh. Okay.
I'm fucking done.
Done.
Oh shit, that's it, folks.
That's
that was the last one. We have
So-
done it as a fucking wrap.
Yes, folks, you know what? It has been real. It has been fun. It has been real fucking fun. We love you guys.
Oh,
We missed
goodness.
you in the 2 weeks we were away.
Yes.
It'll be a while before we take a break again, so we'll be
Yes.
back next week.
Back next week,
Um,
Friday, 9 o'clock shop.
As always,
Yes.
send us your comments, your topics. We want to hear
Yes,
them.
your stories.
You know, you're welcome to obviously give them in the chat, but, you know, we'd love
Yes.
to hear from ahead of time so we can game plan a little bit, because
Yeah.
we love to game plan.
Absolutely.
But we love you guys. Thanks for tuning
love
in
you
yet
so
again.
much. Have a good weekend. We love you.
Love
Be
you.
safe.
Be safe.
Bye. Bye.